What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a lovely day. We are going to listen to some more Black Sabbath. We're going to listen to their song Paranoid. I've heard this song before we even go further. I've already heard this song, but I don't know why. Maybe because I've heard it already, I just kind of mentally skipped it in the album. So let's go back and actually listen to it here on the channel. That way, like, we get the complete album, you know? We can talk about it and discuss it. But yeah, I've already heard this one. Paranoid, Black Sabbath. All right, can I tell you? So today, this morning, I went to... Man, I don't even know what it was called. What was this thing called that I went to? I went to this thing and I don't even know what it was called. There's a certain name for it. A sensory deprivation float. Have you guys ever heard of that? All right, so I've never heard of it. Honestly, I don't even know how I came across it. But it's like these little pods. It's a sensory deprivation tank. That's the word. And what it is this tank that's filled a little bit with like this very, very highly salinated water. Like it's just like salt water. And you float in the water. And you pull the pod down and you're like in complete darkness, in complete silence. It's literally depriving your senses. It's like a way of like getting away from, you know, the busyness and the clutter of every day, and for just a little bit of time, like being completely shut off. So I'm trying to get a picture here so I can show you guys. It was really cool. I'm sure you guys can probably see. I'll edit it and kind of zoom in a little bit. But it was just really cool. You're just sitting there floating in the water. The water is body temperature, so it's kind of made to feel like you're not feeling anything at all, like you're just kind of floating. So I was in this like very peaceful state of mind, very zen, and as soon as I left, I'm putting on my Just JP metal playlist and I'm like, let's listen to some Black Sabbath, you know? You gotta balance it all out. So why did I try it? I just wanted to try something new. I don't know, I heard about it, seemed like a cool idea. I've never done anything like that at all. I was like, let's give it a shot. So yeah, Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Let's go ahead and get into it. This riff, this drive, this rhythm is just classic. It's a really popular Black Sabbath song. I spilled some of the coffee on myself when I took a drink. Everyone knows this song, I think, right? Like, this is one of their most popular songs. Everyone knows it. Why is it so popular? How did this achieve its status? Why did it achieve its status? I mean, Black Sabbath, I think, at the time, were probably making huge waves with this album by this point, with their evolution of metal coming out of blues and stuff. But this song, there's something so beautifully predictable about it. The repeated riff doesn't change really. The guitar, there's not much change. But there's something about that riff that there's something predictably exciting about it. It's one of those riffs that, like, you know, when you're listening to a band and like they come up with like this really good riff and you're like, wow, that's amazing, let's keep this going, and then they change it and you're like, oh. This, it's like they knew that this was going to be an addictive little melody, and they said, let's just keep that going, let's just repeat that, not ad nauseum, but let's keep it going because we can see where the party's at. We can see that everyone's going to be enjoying that part. What I also like is when Butler comes in with the bass, yeah, he's doubling behind it, but during the monotony of that riff, which is, like I said, very samey, obviously, I like how every once in a while he'll kind of play a little bit of something just around it. So while, you know, dun 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 dun, of course you hear Butler, like it just makes it a little more exciting. And he doesn't do it every time, but the few times he does, it makes an impact. Ozzy's singing. I can tell you, years ago, before I got into any sort of metal, I would have heard his singing and said that it was just really annoying. I could have said, like, I can't stand it. Now, with much more educated and experienced eyes and ears, I really love his wail here. He has this kind of over-dramatic sense to him in the way he's delivering the vocals. But don't you think that they, like, work really well? Like, he's just crying from the hills. Like, it could sound almost self-parodying, but it's not. It sounds, to me, kind of groundbreaking. Like, this sounds really, really fresh. I love that. And even the drumming, just like the guitar, it's pretty monotonous. And yet it's that drive, it's that rhythm that just catches you, and it doesn't let you go until about 2 minutes and 48 seconds later. That'll get you. That'll get you really good. And even if I'm thinking about the song named Paranoid, going back to the way that Ozzy's singing, he does kind of sound like he's in fear. He does kind of sound like paranoid, like he's kind of looking over his shoulder. He's perhaps worried about something or someone. I don't know. The lyrics on this one. Finished with my woman because she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I'm frowning all the time. All day long I think of things, but nothing seems to satisfy. Think I'll lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me occupy my brain? Oh yeah. So he has something going on in his mind, and he's looking for something to distract him. Ooh, like a sensory deprivation change. Like he needs to go and just like get rid of everything. But he's looking for more of a distraction rather than to empty out his mind. I need someone to show me the things in life that I can't find. I can't see the things that make true happiness. I must be blind. Make a joke and I will sigh. You will laugh, I'll cry. Happiness I cannot feel, and love to me is so unreal. He's trying. I mean, he says, make a joke and I'll sigh. You will laugh, I'll cry. Like, at least he's trying to be with people and they're trying to, you know, make him feel good, but he's like, it wasn't that good of a joke, bro. And so as you hear these words telling you now of my state, I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late. That's a bit of a bittersweet ending. He does say like, hey, I wish you guys the best, but for myself, it just ain't happening. That switch ain't flipping on. It's just not working for me. But that's really, really good. I'm just reading on Wikipedia to see if there's anything interesting about this particular track. It says that Paranoid drew controversy for apparently encouraging suicide, much like the song Suicide Solution. Never heard of that one. Particularly the lyric, I tell you to enjoy life, was misheard as I tell you to end your life. I tell you, the Satanic Panic is like one of the most bizarre times in history. It's they're really finding the devil in everything, huh? Anyways, hey, let me know what you guys thought of this classic track. You can let me know in the comments down below. Hope that you enjoyed the music. Thank you so much for being here. Check out sensory deprivation tanks if there's one in your area. Usually a lot of like spas or yoga places and that kind of thing. A lot of them are having those now. It's kind of a cool little experience, you know? I hop in for an hour. I see that there's people that even do it like overnight. I wouldn't do that. That's not for me. It is really cool. Like it's like super buoyant. Like, you can put your hands down, but like if you just let go, like it immediately just pop back up. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. And yes, after completely emptying my mind and like relaxing in darkness and silence, I did have to caffeinate. I'm sorry. I'm a busy mind. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.